Hello everyone. In this lecture I am going to talk about solid waste, its type, composition and properties. Now let's first understand what is solid waste. Waste is anything that is useless, which is having no more uses, and the terms which are used to describe such type of substances are rubbish, trash, refuse, garbage, junk and all that. Now that waste material may be of solid type, liquid or gaseous type, and non-liquid and non-gaseous waste is termed as solid waste. And such type of waste can be generated from houses, and then this is termed as household waste or domestic waste, may be produced from industries, from agricultural activities, from healthcare activities, from demolition or construction activities, etc. And mostly the solid waste comprises of substances from simple to complex or hazardous consistencies. Now the classification of the waste on the basis of degradability. First one are biodegradable waste. Biodegradable waste are those material which can be easily degraded by the microorganisms either in the aerobic or anaerobic conditions to the simple substances, and mostly the organic waste material are biodegradable. Examples are paper, wood, fruit waste, etc. Next are putrescible waste. Putrescible waste are those materials which are mainly comprised of proteins, and the microorganisms can degrade those waste materials in the absence of air in warm weather and produce foul smelling compounds, and these foul smelling compounds are sulfur compounds like hydrogen sulfide, mercaptans, etc. And next are non-putrescible waste. These materials decompose very slowly like plastic, polythene bags, etc. Next is leachate. It comprises of the liquids which produce after degradation or decomposition of the solid waste material, and mostly these liquid material is produced on the landfill sites, and that liquid material comprises of decomposed waste, water and microorganisms, and that liquid has a tendency to get seep down in the earth, and in landfills it percolates through the soil and leads to the surface and groundwater pollution. Now the classification of the waste on the basis of origin. Solid waste can be divided broadly into three categories on the basis of their origin. First one is household waste or domestic waste, or this is also termed as municipal waste. Next is industrial waste, and industrial waste contains so many harmful chemicals, heavy metals, and so this is hazardous in nature. So this is also termed as hazardous waste. Next is biomedical waste or hospital waste, and such type of waste is also hazardous in nature because it can cause infections, so this is also termed as infectious waste. Municipal solid waste, it is the waste that is managed by municipality, and mainly it comprises of household waste or the waste that is generated by the human activity, and that is actually a unavoidable byproducts which are generated by the human activities that are having no use. And due to rapid increase in population, urbanization, change in lifestyle, food habits, the amount of municipal solid waste generated have increased so much in the previous years. And when we talk about its composition, it is heterogeneous mixture of diverse kinds of substances, and it does not having any specific internal structure or external characteristics like that of a single substance. Hazardous waste, Hazardous waste comprises of those substances which produces dangerous consequences to the environment as well as to the living organisms. And mainly under the category of hazardous waste, there comes industrial waste, because industrial waste may contain harmful chemicals, and biomedical waste that may contain infectious organisms. Now, industrial and hospital waste contain toxic or hazardous substances that may be corrosive, inflammable or explosive, or may be infectious. So, these may produce hazards in the environment and on the living organisms. In the industrial sector, the major generators of hazardous waste are heavy metals, chemicals like pesticides, dyes, and rubber goods. Now, in the case of biomedical waste or hospital waste is the waste that is generated during the healthcare activities, during the treatment of the disease, during the diagnosis of the disease, immunization of the human beings or animals, or during the research activities that are done by using the biological materials and all that. These waste materials, the waste materials generated by these activities may contain sharp materials, pathogenic waste, pharmaceutical waste, genotoxic waste, chemical waste, or radioactive waste. And these all kinds of waste produce hazardous effects on the living organisms. They produce toxic effects on the humans, animals, as well as on the plants. Composition of municipal solid waste. Municipal solid waste is a heterogeneous mixture of diverse kinds of substances, and its composition vary from country to country as well as from place to place in the same country. Actually, the composition of it depends upon the social customs, standard of living, geographical location, climate, lifestyle, cultural behavior, and all that. Now, the various components which are generally present in the municipal solid waste are household waste, construction and demolition waste, paper paper waste, plastics, metals, glass, organic material, and electronic material. Now, when we talk about India, then the typical composition of municipal solid waste is here. Metal component generally present by weight 0.2 to 2.5%, glass and ceramics 0.5 to 3.5%, food and kitchen waste 40 to 65%, paper 1 to 10%, textiles 1 to 5%, plastic, rubber 1 to 5%, miscellaneous combustibles 1 to 8%, incombustibles nil, and inert substances 20 to 50%. So this is the typical composition of municipal solid waste in India. Now the classification of the waste on the basis of origin. Solid waste can be divided broadly into three categories on the basis of their origin. First one is household waste. Physical properties of waste. Physical properties refers to physical composition of the solid waste. These includes to determine the percent contents of the various components which are present in the solid waste. These components vary with the location, season, storage time of the waste. These are very much important to determine because these help in the selection and operation of the treatment facilities and also in the design of disposal facilities. Now the major physical properties are density or specific weight, particle size, moisture content, color, shape of the waste components, optical property, and magnetic property. Density or specific weight. Density can be defined as mass of the waste per unit volume of the liquid, and it may be expressed in kilogram per meter cube or pounds per feet cube. And density means compaction. More the density, more will be the compaction in the waste. Now initially the density of uncompacted waste is noted down, and later on efforts are done to increase the density, because more the density, more will be easy to handle the waste, to store the waste, or to treat the waste. And the density of the waste varies with geographic location, season of the year, length of the time in storage. And it is essential to determine density because it is a critical factor. It affects the design of solid waste management system. The efficiency of the system that treat the waste depends upon the compaction of the waste. That treatment system require a optimum density of the waste, then only it can efficiently treat that waste. If the density of the waste affects the design of the sanitary landfills, storage of waste, type of collection and transport vehicles for waste. Thus, density not only affects the treatment systems but also affects the storage as well as the transport of the waste. And normally the compaction equipments reduce the volume of the waste by 75%. That means they increases the density of the waste 4 times before the treatment. Now the next physical property is moisture content, and moisture content of the waste can be calculated by subtracting the dry weight of the waste from the wet weight, then divided by wet weight multiply 100. Now more the moisture content in the waste, more will be the cost of collection and transport. So moisture content should be less. And if waste has to be treated by any thermal treatment, then also to evaporate the moisture that is present in the waste, more and more energy will be consumed, and thus it can affect the economic feasibility of the waste treatment method. The typical range of moisture content that is present in municipal solid waste is 20 to 40%. Hello everyone, in this lecture I am going to talk about solid waste, its type, composition and properties. Field capacity. When some waste is kept anywhere, then due to the pull of the gravity, moisture try to move downwards, and more the field capacity of the waste, more will be the moisture retained by the waste. That factor is important in the case of landfills. In the landfills, when waste is kept for some time, then the liquid percolates downwards, it moves downward, and may enter to the groundwater, and that is termed as leachate. More the field capacity, lesser will be leachate formation takes place. Next factor is permeability. Permeability means the number of pores which are present in the waste, size of the pores which are present in the waste. More the size and more the number of pores, in the waste, more will be the movement of liquids and gases takes place downward when waste is kept at the landfill site. Next is the optical property. Optical property means in the waste there may be waste may be of transparent type, may be of opaque type, translucent type. If waste materials are having different optical properties, it is easy to separate out these materials from each other. Next is the magnetic property. Magnetic property is also important because if the components which are present in the waste are of different magnetic properties, then it is easy to separate the different components by the use of magnetic separators. Chemical properties of the waste. It is essential to determine the chemical properties of the waste because it is essential to determine the behavior of the waste when it will move through the waste management system. Besides that, how solid waste can be used efficiently as a fuel or any other purpose. Also, then also it is essential to determine the chemical properties. The chemical properties include to determine the pH, elemental content like nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, total carbon to nitrogen ratio and calorific value of the waste. And biochemical characteristics include carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, natural fibers present in the waste and the biodegradable content present in the waste. Lipid, carbohydrate and protein content. Lipids. Lipids are the compounds that includes fats, oils and grease. Lipids have generally high calorific value. That means the waste which contains high lipid content is suitable for energy recovery processes. And lipids are biodegradable, but their biodegradability is less because of their less solubility. Next are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are mostly found in the food and yard waste. These include sugar and polymers of sugars such as starch, cellulose and all that. And these are readily biodegradable and microorganisms decompose these carbohydrates to carbon dioxide, water and methane. Next are proteins. Proteins are the compounds which are containing carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen and generally they added up to the waste from the food and garden waste and these protein contents are putrescible and microorganisms when degrade those proteins they produces foul smelling compounds, sulfur compounds like mercaptans and hydrogen sulfide and also amines and they attract the flies and also helps in the transmission of diseases. Now paper, plastic and ultimate elemental composition. Paper products along with the food and yard waste add the fiber to the waste and that fiber is generally resistant to biodegradation. That content is highly combustible and therefore suitable for incineration. Next are plastics. Plastics are highly resistant to biodegradation. They have high heating value and these are also suitable for incineration. Next is elemental composition, that is to determine the percent carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, sulfur and ash in the waste. Halogens are also determined. These all elemental composition helps to determine the carbon to nitrogen ratio that is present in the waste and also these contents are important for biological conversion processes. Biological properties of waste. Biological properties means to determine the how much content which is present in the waste is biodegradable. That means mostly the organic content which is present in the waste is biodegradable. That means Microorganisms can act on them and can produce gases and simpler inert substances by decomposing those contents. The rate at which various components which are present in the waste are degraded that varies markedly, and therefore depending upon the degradability, the different components of municipal solid waste have been classified mainly into two categories: rapidly decomposable components and slowly decomposable components. And it is very much essential to determine how much quantity is there of rapidly decomposable components and how much is there of slowly decomposable components. And some of the organic constituents do not biodegradable, do not degrade, and such type of content are actually rich in lignin, and these are newsprints, plant trimmings and all that. These are those contents which volatilize, do not biodegraded by the microorganisms. And how much volatile solids are present in the waste, this is actually determined by igniting the waste at about 550 degrees Celsius. Next factor is odor and attracting flies. Sometimes in the waste putrescible content or putrescible organic materials are also present. These are those kind of substances which are proteins rich, and microorganisms have a tendency to degrade those compounds anaerobically and form foul smelling compounds like hydrogen sulfide, methyl mercaptans and all that. And that activity attract the flies and thus play a role in the transmission of diseases. Hello everyone, in this lecture I am going to talk about solid waste, its type, composition